imagine building the very foundation of the modern world, the invisible digital highways we all use every single day to talk, work, and share our lives, and then just casually deciding it is time to clock out after 50 years of relentless innovation. Let me tell you about Vint Cerf, the man widely known as the father of the internet, who is finally hanging up his hat. At 83 years old, he is stepping down from his incredibly unique role as Google's chief internet evangelist. He has been at Google for over 20 years, and honestly, you have to admit that the internet is pretty fully evangelized at this point, for better or for worse. But let us rewind a bit, because his legacy goes way back to the 1970s. Along with his collaborator Robert Kahn, he actually built TCP over IP. If you are wondering what that alphabet soups means, it is basically the fundamental set of rules that allows different computer networks across the globe to actually talk to each other instead of just existing in isolated bubbles. For giving us the internet as we know it, we picked up a mountain of honors, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Turing Award, which is essentially the Nobel Prize of Computing. Just recently, he was speaking via video feed at the Open Frontier Conference hosted by the Lottie Institute, and Dave Patterson, a massive name from UC Berkeley who co-developed RISC processor architecture, flew asked the room to give him a round of applause for a quote-unquote relatively good career. What a humble way to describe changing human history forever. But even as he is retiring, Cerf is still looking ahead, and he had some serious warnings about the next wave of technology, specifically AI agents. We are moving from a world of decentralized open internet protocols into an era where giant labs control closed AI models. Cerf predicts that as we start relying on autonomous software programs that act and coordinate on our behalf, the industry will be forced right back into creating standardized protocols. He argues that having multiple agents from multiple sources interacting requires strict interoperability. And here is the kicker: he absolutely does not think natural language, like plain English, is the way these agents should communicate. Think about the old telephone game you played as a kid, where you whisper a message in a circle, and by the time it reaches the 10th person, it is completely garbled. Now imagine a bunch of powerful AI agents trying to negotiate a business deal or manage your finances using ambiguous natural language. As Cerf said, that is kind of terrifying. He believes we need extreme precision to ensure an agent perfectly understands what another agent just agreed to do. And on a lighter note, during that same panel, Patterson shared a hilarious memory of meeting Cerf back in the 70s. In a sea of grad students with long hair and facial piercings, Cerf intentionally stood out by wearing a shirt, a tie, and a three-piece suit. He has always been known as the best-dressed computer scientist, Russell, simply because he wanted to rebel in the most unexpected way possible by dressing extremely formal. It is just such a perfect human detail about a guy who literally designed the digital fabric of our modern existence, proving that sometimes the biggest rebels are the ones wearing vests and writing networking rules.